Kentucky Secretary of State Trey Grayson was recruited to run by Senate Minority Leader Mitch McConnell, the most powerful Republican in Washington.
This movement, this Tea Party movement, is a message to Washington that we're unhappy and that we want things done differently.
His supporters are just as eager for change.
I did not vote for any incumbent. Any incumbent I want out.
We need some new blood in there, some outside views, and people who aren't afraid to rock the boat a little bit.
Rand Paul, the son of former Libertarian presidential candidate Ron Paul, took his anti-government message further than most Republicans. He wants to abolish the Fed and the Department of Education, too. In Pennsylvania, Arlen Specter had hoped that support from the most powerful Democrat in the land would help him win the Democratic primary. It didn't.
It's been a great privilege to serve the people of Pennsylvania.
Democratic leaders from the White House on down had tried to talk Congressman Joe Sestak out of running. He emerged as the victor.
A win for the people. Over the establishment, over the status quo, even over Washington, D.C.
The anti-incumbent mood hit Arkansas, too. Here's Senator Blanche Lincoln shortly after voting.
I'm right there in the middle, a moderate in the United States Senate. I have fought hard for Arkansans, and I think I'm the best prepared.
The party in power did score one big victory, winning the special election in western Pennsylvania to replace Congressman John Murtha. The Democratic candidate Mark Kritz won, running as a pro-life, pro-gun Democrat. Jonathan Karl, ABC News, Philadelphia.
And stay tuned to ABC News throughout the morning as we cover the Super Tuesday vote. Later this half hour, analysis from Washington. And then, of course, stay tuned for America This Morning and Good Morning America.
Other news this morning now, with the oil crisis apparently spreading, BP has released new pictures from the floor of the Gulf of Mexico. They show oil and gas continuing to gush from that broken pipe. Just 40% of the fuel is being collected by BP's siphon. Tar balls that washed up in the Florida Keys are being tested to see if they came from the same well. Experts fear the spilled oil made its way into a strong Gulf current, taking the pollution through the Florida Keys and up to the East Coast. Angry lawmakers on Capitol Hill are confronting the crisis by demanding answers. And as Jake Tapper reports, they are pulling no punches.
The Interior Secretary faced a barrage of tough questions about his department's regulation, or lack thereof, of the oil industry.
We have dramatically underestimated the potential risk here. Was this oil spill response plan grossly inadequate?
The regulations that are there have not been adequate.
Specifically under fire, the department's embattled Minerals Management Service, or MMS, charged with regulating these offshore drilling sites.
We need to clean up that house.
Secretary Salazar acknowledged that MMS did not adequately regulate the fail-safe mechanism in the rig that, in this case, failed.
No, the answer is no. I